The film begins with an intense chase scene between SWAT officer Tony and a group of robbers.
Stop! Stop!
One robber stops and swings a hatchet at Tony, knocking him down. The two robbers approach him eagerly. A robber demands Tony return the laptop he's holding. Tony refuses adamantly. In a dimly lit room, SWAT officer Ben cheerfully checks his firearms. He sets down one gun and moves to inspect others. Ben raises his gun, steps outside and aims it thoughtfully. Tony is still being pressured by the two robbers to hand over the lap. He pushes one robber away, and in retaliation, his accomplice fires multiple shots at him. Tony takes a hit from one of the robbers. Ben hears the noise and looks down to see SWAT officers being bullied by two robbers. Ben commands them to stop.
Who are you? What are you doing? What?
He raises his gun and scares off the robbers. Tony snatches the laptop and runs into a nearby apartment. The two frightened robbers flee. Ben quickly descends the stairs. Tony, injured, runs to Ben's apartment. Ben asks Tony, what happened? And both move inside.
Okay, come on. Hey,
Ben asks Tony about the incident, and Tony recounts the whole story.
The bandit bay was a laptop. Inside, there's a lot of data. So we come here.
Tony hurriedly thanks Ben for saving him and leaves.
Okay, I'm going. Hey!
Ben calls Tony back and gives him his own gun.
You, this is good. Thank you.
Tony expresses deep gratitude to Ben and departs. The two robbers run to their boss's hideout. Boss Dr. Lee nervously looks at his watch.
Zola.
The two robbers rush into his location.
Hey!
Dr. Lee asks the robbers about the laptop, and they fearfully admit they didn't get it. Dr. Lee, furious, curses the robbers loudly. One robber steps forward to explain what happened.
By SWAT. What?
Dr. Lee hears SWAT and grabs a gun, ordering the robbers to take their guns and go after SWAT to eliminate them.
You, use a gun. Follow me. We said to go.
The robber directs the boss to the location.
Who's this going? Let's go.
A robber approaches SWAT apartment, pointing out Ben standing on the floor above. Dr. Lee and his accomplices go inside. Tony walks down the street with a suitcase, feeling something is wrong. He quickly returns to Ben's location. The boss and the robbers run inside SWAT apartment. Ben cautiously steps out. Dr. Lee slowly goes up acting. Ben hides behind a wall, observing. Ben rushes out, shooting at them. Dr. Lee and the robber shoot back. Ben quickly runs inside. Dr. Lee orders the robbers to move up. Tony arrives and sees Ben hiding behind a wall. He immediately goes inside. Dr. Lee and the robbers slowly search for SWAT. Ben rushes out shooting at them, causing one robber to die instantly. Tony goes upstairs and sees Dr. Lee and the robber hiding.
Hey, Tony!
Dr. Lee and the robber rush out shooting back at Ben. Tony goes upstairs and shoots towards Dr. Lee and the robber. Dr. Lee shoots back at Tony, furious that he took the laptop.
Give me my laptop! No!
The robber also shoots Tony. He quickly pulls out a knife and heads toward him.
No!
Dr. Lee shoots Tony crazily. Ben sees this and shoots the boss. Dr. Lee runs upstairs. Tony and Ben come out, meeting each other and asking about their well-being.
Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. You? Okay. Okay, let's go.
Both SWAT officers chase after Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee hides behind a wall. Tony looks through holes in the wall and sees Dr. Lee following Ben. Ben is unaware that the boss is behind him. Dr. Lee speaks up. Tony runs to Ben and finds Dr. Lee has shot and killed him. He shoots continuously at Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee shoots back at Tony. He remembers and takes out a grenade, throwing it towards him. Boom! Dr. Lee dies instantly. Tony approaches Ben, calling out to him in vain.
Tony! Tony!
Tony sadly walks away. He sighs deeply for losing his good friend.